The Athena Awards are coming up, and we are looking for as many worthwhile nominees as possible. You can pick up a nomination form as you leave. You can go to the statesmanjournal.com/Athena, or you can also talk to my assistant, Darla Hartman, for any more information on that. We need to be a leader in the community. We employ a lot of people, and we touch at one point or another each week most of the people who live or work here. We lead in a variety of ways, from the organizations we support, from the projects we undertake, from our editorials, from our participation in different organizations. In devoting as much time and space in the newspaper to our Raising a Community project, we have tried to lead by shining a light on an important community issue and by offering some solutions as well. You'll see, and I'll quickly go through them, several different slides that can remind you of what we're doing with Raising a Community. We need to help the community prosper and thrive. We are in the business of helping businesses grow. Our business model is very simple. We match businesses with desirable customers, and we do that by engaging our large audience with news and information. We are in a unique position to help businesses prosper because we reach more consumers every day and every week than any other business, and certainly any other media. As a result, we have a great opportunity to do good, to help make Salem an even better community. Along with that, we also have an awesome responsibility. I suspect many of you are wondering what I think about business. I know there are some editors and some publishers who think business is a dirty word. I'm not one of them, and nor is Bill Church, our terrific editor. Like many of you, I am in business, and I know what it's like to run a business. I believe our business is a special, even noble one. The work we do is safeguarded by the Constitution. Our work is essential for a thriving democracy. Our biggest asset, more valuable than our talented staff or the printing presses or the real estate that we own, our biggest asset is our credibility. And we must do all that we can to enhance that. In deciding what we should cover and what we should put on the front page, Bill and his team does not and should not think about business interests. They think about what people want and what they need to know. But that does not mean we have to go to the other extreme and ignore anything that concerns business or might be construed as pro-business. You can see that we have a broad mission. Our business is rapidly changing. The media landscape is changing in ways that touch everyone in this room. There is more media, more news and information than ever before. There are infinite choices for consumers. Luckily, people are consuming more media and spending more time with media than ever before. This certainly has its challenges for newspapers for sure, but it also has its benefits. You'll see here some of the different media and the way the media has changed. One of those benefits is that we have more ways to reach people and to serve businesses. As a result, we believe we reach more people than ever before in the history of the Statesman Journal. As we speak, we are in the midst of conducting a formal research study here in our community, but I can tell you that everywhere our parent company has done research, the results have come back the same. More readers than ever before. I have no doubt we will find the same thing here in Salem. We once were a newspaper company that published a newspaper, but we no longer see ourselves that way. We see ourselves as an information company. Of course, the Statesman Journal is our bread and butter, our pride and joy. It's the cornerstone of what we do, but it is only part of what we do. We have many other publications. 5 community newspapers, our Today publications that go to subscribers and non-subscribers alike each week in Salem and Kaiser, and community weeklies in Silverton and Staten. We've also created websites or web pages for each of those communities. We publish glossy magazines, Willamette Woman, Mid-Valley Moms, and Your Health. We created multiple websites, thestatesmanjournal.com, momslikeme.com, WillametteValleyWines.com, and so forth. Our websites combined average about 3 million page views a month and about 270,000 unique visitors each month. We have a mobile website, m.statesmanjournal.com. We also send out daily headlines via email, so you can get the latest news in your inbox. We send out breaking news alerts via email and text message alerts with breaking news, sports, stock quotes, weather, and so forth. Combine all this, and you can see why we reach more people than ever before. With our newspaper, our community weeklies, our glossy magazines, our websites, and our mobile services, we touch more than 80% of the people who live here each week. The way we gather news and information have changed dramatically. And probably the most dramatic change is in the last year or two than any time in my 25 years in the business. I learned the craft on a manual typewriter. There was no internet, no cell phones, no email. On my first day on the job, I covered a murder trial. And there was a talented reporter from the local TV station there. She would always beat me, not because she was a better reporter, but because the 6 o'clock news came on before the next day's newspaper came out. She and her cameraman could tell stories in a powerful way, with videos that could trump the power of my wonderful writing, or the photographs my colleagues took. TV had an edge, and it killed me because I'm a competitive cuss. A lot has changed since then, and TV no longer has an edge. We don't wait until tomorrow's newspaper comes out to deliver the news. We are faster than TV now. We are continually updating our website and our mobile website and sending out text alerts and breaking news email alerts. We are shooting video too, and I will show you some examples in a moment or two. Combine this with advantages that newspapers always had, the ability to go more in depth, having more reporters on the street, providing more information, and you'll see why I think newspapers are in an enviable position. On a more personal note, perhaps the biggest and most important change is that the talented TV reporter I met in a Tennessee courtroom on my first day on the job is now my wife of 20 years. But that's another story. We are providing news and information when, where, and how people want it. Many people, of course, still want their news in the newspaper in the morning with their coffee. Others want their news even quicker. They want to know as soon as something happens. We update statesmanjournal.com 30, 40 times a day. Readers respond well to online updates about public safety, traffic, and news oddities. But they also turn to statesmanjournal.com for information about the weather, school closings, and these days, what's happening in the economy. If anything significant happens, as I'm speaking right now, or if anything really interesting happening, I will find out about it with a text alert and an email. Not because I'm the publisher, but because I signed up for these services. And you can too. It comes in handy. I was able to keep tabs on the Oregon State game Saturday afternoon while I was en route to the Ducks game.